What the title is. At what age, parents, do we allow our children to start wearing weave? At what age do you think that that's okay? Hey, Marcos. At what age do you think that it's okay for your child to start wearing weave in their hair, right? And I ask this question is because I see a lot of young girls walking around with, a head full of weave. And I mean young girls like 7, 8, 9, and 10 years old young, walking around with a head full of weave. Like, since when did we start doing that? Since when was that okay? At that young. Why would you even want to destroy your child's hair at that age and put weave in it? What's the meaning behind it? Can somebody explain that to me? Because I personally don't understand it. Hey, Bree. Hey, Bree. You have a child between the ages of 7 to 10 years old, and you think that it's okay to put hair extension braids in their hair and synthetic hair and bundles and all of that. You think that that's okay? Why is that okay? No, that's my maiden name. Sophia, that's my maiden name. But yes, at what age do you think that it's okay for children to start wearing weave in their hair? I think that if they're not at an age to love themselves without it, then they're not at an age to where they can wear it. I don't think that it's okay. I don't think that a little girl at 7 or 8 years old should be relying on weave to maximize her beauty. No, a child should know, right, that you are beautiful regardless. You are beautiful with short hair. You are beautiful with long hair. You are beautiful with straight hair. You're beautiful with kinky hair. You're beautiful with an afro. You're beautiful with a ponytail. How are you teaching your child to love themselves if at an early age like that, you're teaching them that what they have is not okay? That they have to add to that to be considered beautiful. Are parents thinking about that before they even put the weave into these kids' heads? Like, are we thinking about that? Are we thinking about that? If a child is at an age between 7 and 10 years old, I even think even in your teens at 14 years old, you still shouldn't be wearing weave. Because again, at that age, you're learning yourself. You're learning what it is to be happy with you, your flaws and all. You're learning to be happy with who you are as a person, who you are as at the core. That's who you're learning. That's when you're learning to love yourself at these ages. So how can we then turn around and say, yes, love yourself and you're okay just the way that you are, but then turn around and tell a child, oh no, put this in your head. Oh no, you need this to enhance your look. No, they don't. Not at that young age. They do not. And then even when they get up to an age where they're okay to wear weave and wear makeup and stuff like that, they should know that that's an addition to your beauty. You should know that I'm beautiful regardless, and I put on makeup and I wear weave to enhance my beauty. I don't wear it because I'm relied on it to make me feel beautiful. No. But I want to hear from y'all. What do y'all think? At what age is it okay for these little girls to be wearing weave in their head? And I'm not only talking to the mothers out there, I'm talking to the fathers as well. How do you feel about your young child wearing weave in their head between the ages of 7 to 14 years old? How do you feel about that? I want to know. Y'all let me know. Let me see. Who's on here? 14, her first year in high school, but only tracks. Okay. And I can kind of understand that because, again, 14 years old, like I said, between 7 and 14, I don't think that they should be doing it. But if you feel like your child is responsible enough, or if you feel like, hey, let me try this out and give you a track or two here and see how you maintain it or whatever the case is, fine. I'm not here to say the age is right or wrong. I just want to know if there are people out there that feels the same way that I feel when I see these little kids walking around with a head full of hair. And I mean a head full of hair to the point where they walking like this because it's weighing down their neck. Come on, that's torture to a child. Especially if you're getting extensions and stuff like that done, especially if you're going to the Africans. That mess hurts. But yet you're going to sit there and subject your child to going through that because you feel that that's the best way to enhance their beauty, or you're teaching them to keep up with themselves at a young age. No, you can teach your child how to keep themselves up at a young age without encouraging all of the extra stuff, without the weave, without the makeup. Like, come on. Christina, thank you, hon. Exploitation. These people these days are not in their right frame of mind. I agree. I think high school maybe for prom as an extension, but I think around 15 or 16, okay, I can deal with that as well. You're beautiful, Ashanti. Atypical stamp jeans. I think at age 15 to 16, but not younger for wearing weaves. I agree, Sophie, and thank you so much for your kind words. But yeah, I mean, come on. And let me take it a step further, right? Because we condone things when kids are young, but then when they get older, we try to put a handle on it, right? Let me give you another example. In the summertime, or it doesn't even have to be the summertime, but you see it more in the summertime, right? You'll see these young girls with their parents, and their parents will dress them in these short little mini skirts or these short little dresses. They'll have them wearing a little heel on their shoe and all types of stuff. And this is what you're condoning for your child at 8 years old. But here's the thing that you fail to realize. You condoning it at 8 years old. Now, when they grow up and they're between the ages of 14 and 16, and now they're dressing themselves, and now they want to wear mini skirts and mini dresses and stuff, then you want to cut the behavior and put a stop to it and say that that's not okay. But who are you to say that that's not okay for that child to do when you have condoned it for all the years that they've been alive? How? We have to think about the decisions that we're making for these children. We have to think about the way that we're having them dress and having them look and all of this stuff. Come on now, it makes no sense. At 7 and 8 years old, it's okay. You think that it's cute for your little daughter to walk around in a little mini skirt or a little short dress or a halter top or something that's falling off the arm and half her chest is out. You think that it's okay at that young, tender age of 7, 8, and 9 years old. But then when they're 14, 15, and 16 years old, and this is what they've been accustomed, they've been conditioned to dress this way. And now when they're a teenager and they have breasts and they have a huge derriere, now you want to stop them from dressing this way. No, this is the behavior that you've allowed from when they were a child. So how now at 16 years old are you going to tell this person, no, you've been living your life wrong for the last 7 years, 8 years, because I've been teaching you the wrong way to live? No, it doesn't work like that. We have to think. It's not just about today and what's in front of your face for right now. Think about 5 and 6 years from now. Think about the examples that you are setting for these children. It's not good examples. Again, I'm not here to bash anybody. Any parent, you do what you want to do. You raise your child how you want to raise your child. I'm just here to say that you need to think a little more before you make these decisions for your child. Think a little more before you make these decisions for your child. There's no reason why a child between the ages of 7 to 14 years old is walking around with bundles in their hair, braid extensions in their hair, corkscrews, dreads, locks, singlets, twists. None of that mess. Not at that tender age. At that age, they need to learn that I love me regardless of me. Whether my hair is kinky, whether my hair is straight, whether I'm dark-skinned, whether I'm light-skinned, whether I got Jordans, whether I don't have Jordans. At those tender ages, those children need to grow up loving themselves, being okay with who they are. We don't need to be sitting here pushing weave and makeup and stuff on those children at that tender age. You're teaching them that them being who they are is not enough. That's what you're showing them. You're showing them that, hey, if your hair is short, no, you need weave to put it in there and make it longer, because then that makes you beautiful. Stop teaching these kids the wrong messages. Stop it. You got to think about these things. The way that you're allowing your child to dress, the way that you're allowing them to wear makeup, the things that you expose them to, right? The way that you allow them to have a bunch of weave in their head, it's not good. It's not good. Think about these decisions before you start making them for your children. And a lot of these kids are walking around in pain, like I said, with their head twisted back like this because they have a head full of fake hair. A head full of fake hair. And why? Just because you're telling your child that that's what they need to look beautiful in this world? No, they don't need it. And especially at that young tender age, they don't need to be taught that. They don't need to be taught that at all. So, you know, again, this isn't to bash anybody. This is just shine a light on, you know, things that I see, and I'm just not okay with it. I'm not okay with it. You know, be very conscious of the examples that you're setting for your children. Be very conscious of the things that you're doing in front of your children. Be very conscious of the way that you conduct yourself and the values and morals and stuff that you're instilling in your child at these tender ages, because this is when we mold them, right, into who they're going to be, right? And so you may think that you're doing something and they may really not pay attention, but they're paying attention to everything that you're doing. And as long as they see us doing it as parents, they're going to feel like it's okay for them to do it too. So again, people, you know, when you're thinking and making those decisions when it comes to your children and stuff like that, think twice. Think twice. Promote to your children, promote self-love, promote loving yourself regardless of your flaws, promote that you don't have to look like everybody else just to fit in the world. No, you look the way that you are uniquely beautiful, and you look that way because you're supposed to look that way, and there's nobody else in the world that can look just that beautiful as you. That's what you need to instill in these kids. Weave, makeup, all of that stuff is an addition to our natural beauty. We use that to enhance. We don't rely on that to make us beautiful. All right, people? So that's my message for today. As usual, share. Let somebody hear this message. Somebody need it. And thanks for tuning in to Quality Time with Star. Deuces.